Bookworms, today is the day. Today is the day. I have been living in Melbourne for 10 years, a bit over 10 years. And the first place we lived was in Mitcham, in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne. So I saw this place when I first moved to Melbourne, and I have never been there. And I have no explanation for that. I really don't. I tried to organise a trip with a friend once. It didn't quite work out. I've driven past a few times. I've driven past and it's been shut. But today is the day that I'm going to visit this place, and it's about time. So I'm bringing you with me. Let's go, bookworms. Let's do it. This is how I get kidnapped. You put a sign out like that, I'm like a moth to a flame. So I don't know how it's taken me 10 years, but today's the day. Let's go into the House of Books. Yep, it is what it says on the tin. It is a house full of books. Oh, this is gonna be epic. Not come in here before. Oh gosh. Has its own section as well. True crime has its own section. Travel has its own section. Biography. Actually, I think crime has its own room. I think this is the crime room. I'm a little overwhelmed. It's a lot. So, right. If there's that many books here, and I think there is, I'm going to get out my shopping list of books I want to read, and put this place to the test and see if I can find, I've got a pretty eclectic taste, so if I can find a few from my reading list, I'll be pretty impressed, I think. So, all right, let's see what you got. House of Books. Okay, look, even this children's youth section is pretty bloody impressive. The books are in really good condition and they're really well curated. They've done a really good job with this. This is beautiful. Top shelf, where she should be. I gotta stop finding good bookshops. I'm gonna be broke. I'm a bit overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie. What is this sunlight coming in here? Oh my gosh. I can't believe it took me so long to go in there. So let me just collect my thoughts. Collect myself. Oh, it's a bit hot in here. Hang on. Leave this open a little bit. It says on the sign over 10,000 books. I reckon there's more. I reckon that's modest. So it's 4 main rooms. The front room and the next room are fiction, and then the front room on the other side of the hallway is crime and a little bit of non-fiction, and then the back room is a bit of non-fiction and then junior, so it kind of goes back into the house. They have a really good collection. The books are all in beautiful condition. They're really they've obviously curated the collection really well, and they have grouped popular authors together too. So sometimes when I was looking for something, I was like, oh, this isn't where it should be in the alphabet. And then I'd be like, oh, Peter Carey, right there, like in a big stack. So they have pulled out popular authors and put them all together if they have a lot of those books. Yeah, that's amazing. Really reasonable prices. The books that I got were $3 and $4, which is totally reasonable for good quality, good condition, secondhand paperbacks. I'm happy to pay for that. I'm happy to pay that. They're charity, so not for profit. They run in conjunction with, there's like a church next to the building. I spoke to Kitty, who was working there today. She's a volunteer. There was another lady, I didn't catch her name. And Kitty said it's all run by volunteers who are very passionate about books. And it's affiliated with the church, but not religious, not affiliated with any religion, the bookshop itself. It's just for charity, raising money for charity. And they take donations. So let me show you what I found. I actually found quite a lot off my shopping list, my reading list, which I was, that's pretty good, because when you can go into a secondhand bookshop and find a few things off your TBR list, that's usually pretty good. Your luck can vary at secondhand bookshops, but there was quite a lot in the House of Books, and I think it just be luck of the draw when you go back in. I found a Japanese textbook, which is great, and I will use to practice my Japanese, and it's in beautiful condition. It's even covered, so that was good. I found Philip Pullman's Northern Lights, Alice Pung's Lorinda, which I have read, but I loved it. It was really, really good, so I bought that. So I found Longbourn by Joe Baker which was recommended by YouTuber Jen Campbell. Shout out to Jen Campbell, always love her recommendations. So that's one of hers. As was Rumaan Alarm's Leave the World Behind. That was another Jen Campbell recommendation, so I found that. And also The Bus Rock by Evie Wild, which was another Jen Campbell recommendation. So, you know, quite a lot of things coming up that were on my TBR. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I read that when I was about 18 and loved it. So I got a copy of that. This is my favorite sorry. This is my favorite Margaret Atwood so far that I've ever read, The Robber Bride. It's a lesser known Margaret Atwood, but I remember reading this and just loving it so much. So I know it's not one of the popular Margaret Atwood books, but definitely worth a crack, this one, because I loved it when I read it, and I had to have a copy because I don't see it everywhere very often, because her more popular ones tend to be on the shelf. The Handmaid's Tale, Cat's Eye, Alias Grace, they're the ones that you tend to find everywhere. You don't tend to see The Robber Bride, and this is my favorite. I loved this one. So, and I also got The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George. So that was another one that I grabbed that I've seen around the library and wanted to read, but you know, never really picked up. But I saw it today in the House of Books and I thought I'd grab it. So I'm a bit overwhelmed. I think I'm gonna need a coffee. Should we go and get a coffee and like read for a bit and decompress? I'd love your company. Come with me and we'll go and get a coffee. Yeah, thanks. So I just had a really nice coffee at Dark Horse on the Brit and read my book, and it was really nice. It started to get a bit hot though because the sun kind of moved across and then I was in the sun, so I had to ditch my beautiful outdoor shady spot because it got a bit hot and the sun was right on me. So I just grabbed some dog food and bits and pieces from Coles, and now I'm going to head home because I've got to be home when the kids get home. So mum life. So thank you so much for joining me on our book adventure today. If you happen to be in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, I highly recommend checking out the House of Books. It's open from 10 till 4 every day, Monday to Friday, and then I think they're open Saturday mornings until 1. The people there are all really lovely people. They're very happy to help you. I highly recommend it. The prices are really reasonable. The books are great. They had so much variety. It's on White Horse Road in Mitcham near the St John's Parish. So there's a St John's Primary School, a church, and then the House of Books is right near that on White Horse Road in Mitcham. Highly recommend. It's worth a trip. It really is. All right, I'm going to end this vlog here and head home and get back into mum life. But comment down below if you've been to the House of Books or if you would like to go to the House of Books, and also what you're reading at the moment. My reading has taken a bit of a dark turn for October, so I'm trying to read some scary stuff and some thrillers, and but I'll tell you about that in my What I Read in October vlog. So anyways, I hope you're having a great day, bookworms. Please do something nice for yourself today, and I'll catch you in the next vlog. Mwah.